Welcome to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. Thank you guys so much for your support, as always. And today we have another great topic that I was thinking about, and that is should opposite genders criticize a woman or a man, vice versa? What is your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. So, we hear all the time, it's all over social media that, a man has so many opinions on a woman and how she should look, how she should talk, who she should be in a relationship with, how it is to be a woman, right? They have all of the opinions on what a woman should be and what a woman is about. And my question always has been, since when has a man ever been a woman? Never, right? There's some things I just don't agree with. I can always say you can give some advice. Hey, ladies, this is what men like. But when I see a man berate a woman because of the way she chooses to dress or because of particular situations that she is going through, who is another gender? What gall, what nerve does another gender get out of saying what another woman should do? And the same thing, vice versa, goes with a woman criticizing a man. And the question is as well, when has a woman ever been a man? Never, right? There's some things that should just be a no. You can have your opinion, you can have your preferences, you can have your likes and your dislikes all you want to. But nobody has two legs to stand on to say what it is like to be a woman unless you have ever been a woman, and vice versa. And no woman has the right to tell a man what it's like to be a man because you have never been a man. I think that's crazy. I think it's wild. Like, how on earth can you tell another gender how they feel, what they go through, unless you have walked in those shoes? This is a topic I get very fiery about. There's always something that maybe okay, I don't like the way they dress, I don't like what they do, or making assumptions, or listening to what other people say and following the stereotypes. I always say, if you cannot help, if you cannot build, if you can't support, if you can't encourage, why participate in something that you know nothing of? If you have never been there, actually been there and done that. It's one thing to be around some women, you could have your mother, sisters, you can have a girlfriend, you can have all of these women in your life, but that is not going to even come close to knowing what it's like for one particular woman. We can't put everybody into a category based on what we've dealt with, because sometimes you have dealt with some toxic women. You've been around, maybe your mother, auntie, grandmother, whoever, your ex were all toxic. You can't look at a woman who has worked on herself and done all of these things and then made assumptions, and vice versa. Who is a woman to look at a man and to judge them and say, a man does this, and all you men? I hear it all the time. It's spread all over social media with the negative rhetorics and the judgments and and men ain't nothing and they're not about nothing. And it's like, wow, when have you ever walked in the shoes of a man? When have you ever had the feelings of a man? Never, right? It's just the craziest thing in the world to me. I never understand. I think people just come on social media to spray their misery and to pass judgments. I, for one, if I have never walked in the shoes, I don't give my opinions. And even if I can, why should I? If you can't build somebody up, if you can't encourage somebody else, I always say, shut your mouth. Ladies, stop saying what you don't know. It could be you're the one choosing these bad men, and vice versa. Gentlemen, it could be you're choosing the wrong women. It goes both ways. You know, I don't discriminate. No, I'm not on that sort of time. I'm a real woman and I talk about the real talk. It does not matter. Sometimes we choose the wrong people, or maybe that's what you're watching on social media, because you know how social media and the entertainment world loves to portray certain socioeconomic groups, urban communities, right, in a certain way. And of course, if you're looking for fuel for negativity, there you go. It's right there, right in front of you. But how about maturing, ladies? How about maturing, gentlemen? And have you ever thought maybe that woman has been through some things? Have you ever thought about that? And the same for maybe that man has been through a lot in his life, and maybe he doesn't have confidence. Maybe she doesn't have confidence because of the heavy weight. Maybe they've been slapped around, abused, used, backstabbed, judged. I always say, if you cannot add, if you cannot positively support another person, don't say nothing at all. Life is hard enough with the burdens that you have to carry on a day-to-day basis. How about telling another woman, I'm proud of you, brother or sister? How about, can I do anything to help you? How can I encourage you? How about this one? How about I will pray for you, and then actually do it? So instead of looking at a man or a woman and feeling that you know what it is like to be them and what they go through and making your assumptions, nobody wants to hear it. And especially me. I always say, don't come over here with your projections, your negativity, because I'm not the one. Thank you for tuning in to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. If it's your first time here, subscribe. We have these real talk, real conversations Mondays to Fridays for between 15 to 10 minutes, okay? So thank you guys so much for your support. And you know what I always say, upbuild, encourage, and support. It's not that hard. All it takes is dropping those seeds and helping build up another sister or another brother. I'll see you guys back on tomorrow.